What's up, y'all? It's Ty in this video. Today, we're going to be talking about the new Rivals cards added into College Football 25 Ultimate Team. Talking about them and how it's going to affect the auction house in this game. Now, we do have a bunch of new weekly agendas, so like if you are wanting to grind these, I would recommend just playing the game. Like, yes, obviously with some of them, you need some Legends players, some Rivals players, some Stories of the Week players, all those things. But again, if you just play the game, you're going to notice your XP go way up. And again, you will get some solid rewards from that. So definitely, obviously, do recommend that. But let's talk about it. If you want a video talking about the new Rivals cards specifically, are they worth it or not? That is up on my channel as already. Now, new Rivals cards. What does this mean for the market? Well, it means overall that the auction house for the Rivals cards is going to drop in a big time way. Guys like, Jake Makula from Stanford, he's 20,000 coins for a really solid left guard. Dan Jackson, 18,000 coins for a really solid strong safety. These cards are super cheap. And Dan Jackson, for example, you're not going to find a better strong safety for 18,000 coins than this card right here. You're just not. So I'm going to buy him for 18,000, sell him for 27, because I think Dan Jackson, even if he doesn't sell right away, is at least going to hold that value. I think the card is an absolute stud in this game. And so that's kind of what I would recommend you guys doing. Like, if you do want to make some solid coins today, buy cards for cheap, sell them for more. And I know you guys are probably out there like, what's how you got 6 million coins? Why are you even doing that? Well, any opportunity I have to make any coins, I do take advantage of. But even a guy like Prysock, who came out last week, for his price, 24,000 coins, is an absolute beast, an absolute stud. So, a lot of different options for this rival set. And, this card takes the cake. I mean, this card for 18,000 coins, like I said, at the left guard position, is just an absolute beast. So I don't want to hear anybody out there say, oh, Ty, you don't care about budget guys, because you've got plenty of budget cards there if you do want. Now, let's talk about the big baller. Zachariah Branch, we all know, is an absolute beast on this game. But guys that I told you would crash in price did. Dominic Lovett, already below 200,000 coins. We kind of knew it was coming. It did. Chapman is 130,000 coins, probably only going to go down. Diaw's price is probably going to go down throughout today. These are cards that I all like, but I do know that their prices are going to drop. Bear Alexander for 200,000 coins. I don't know if that's a good buy or not, but what I know about Bear Alexander is he is the best defensive tackle in the entire game. And so for 200,000 coins, I don't know if that's a snag or not, especially considering, the prices of some of these cards. But what I will say is these cards and their prices are so cheap. They're so cheap in this game. And so if you guys are needing, decent cards to upgrade your squad, you absolutely can go pick them up. Obviously, we got a bunch of new middle linebackers added to the game, so we should see the overall price of some of these middle linebackers go down. Jay Higgins, 84,000 coins for a really good middle linebacker is crazy. And even the defensive tackle position. I told you guys that I really did like the new card, that Bear Alexander, that came out today. But you also got some guys that are really cheap. Like even a guy like Quinn Williams is less than 100,000 coins. Walter Nolan, 100,000 coins. So it's tough when they're that cheap to go spend 200,000 coins on Bear Alexander, although I really do like the card. But from top to bottom today, there are some really solid value Rivals cards in this game. There just are. Whether you want offense, whether you want defense, there's so many different guys to choose from. Kyle Lewis, under 100,000 coins. A card that I really don't mind at all. Mario Harvey, if you do upgrade him, becomes even better. He's an absolute stud. And I do want to mention this Cody Lindenberg. I told you guys if his change of direction, zone coverage was good, I'd like the card. And they're solid enough. Lindenberg, I don't think he gets after the quarterback that well. But, I mean, as far as playing coverage, getting, stops in the run game, he absolutely can play. So there's so much to look at here with this Rivals drop, with this Rivals set. To me, some of the main cards that I'm wanting today, obviously if Zachariah Branch goes for a price, I'll pick him up. But Dominic Lovett today, hopefully can get him as he falls for like 150. I do think he's going to continue falling throughout today, and you will be able to snag the card for cheap. And I love Dominic Lovett. Do I love him as much as Zachariah Branch? Do I think he's as good? Probably not, but I mean, the card is really good. Zachariah Branch is just next level good on this game, but there are so many different opportunities for you guys to pick up whoever you personally want to pick up. And I do want to say when making this video, it's not one size fits all either. For example, Blake Shapen is a really solid quarterback in this game, you know? And if you play Squad's Gauntlet, you can make this card even better. And he does throw a tight spiral. He has decent throw accuracy. Not great, but it's decent. This card, if you do upgrade him, like I'll talk about it. If you do, upgrade him a little bit, he is going to become even better. And so these are the types of things that you have to think about for your specific squad. Are you going to play in Squad's Gauntlet? If you are, might be worth picking that card up. But definitely take a look at these Rivals cards, see if any of these cards are what you're wanting. The other cards that I still think are solid cards to buy are these cards right here, the Stories of the Week, Rising the Ranks cards. Some of these cards still might be, super cheap. For example, Kamon Rucker for 50,000 coins is an absolute steal. I don't necessarily think the card's perfect, but for that price, he is an absolute steal on the defensive side of the ball. Sellers, a really good quarterback. Obviously, I don't necessarily love him for that price. Hunter is 50,000 coins. I like him. Francis, probably going to go down in price considering we got a new right tackle in the game. These cards are probably relatively safe in price. I don't think they're going to go down a bunch or at all over the course of the next week or so. So those are just that's kind of what's on my mind on guys that you personally could target today. Obviously, the Rivals cards are the main cards that I would be looking at if I were you guys. But at the end of the day, you do not want to overpay for cards. Yes, if you get these cards for a price you're wanting, that's fine. But do not overpay for any of these cards today, who probably throughout today will go down in price. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Obviously, I'm wanting to build my squad for this weekend. However, I probably won't play the game before Sunday as far as like Gauntlet, as far as any champs game. So I'm going to be pretty patient. However, if there are cards I want for my specific squad, I'm willing to pick them up as far as the Rivals cards today, because I mean, my squad can be improved. For example, the right tackle position can be improved. The left tackle, the right guard. These are positions, and even the wide receiver positions that I obviously can improve in a big time way. That is on my mind as well. So definitely, guys, look to pick up those cards. If you have any other cards, obviously even like a Luke Lachey, I feel like as time goes on, every card is just losing value. So even like the Heisman hopeful cards that I have, like those cards are just slightly losing value each and every week with the additional cards that are coming out that are really solid in this game. So if you are going to target a couple of guys to pick up today, Dominic Lovett is a guy that I probably would target picking up today. I think the potential for him to go up in price is obviously there. The other guys, I mean, if you look at the defense side of the ball, if you like Kyle Lewis, his price isn't bad whatsoever. Or even a guy, let's say, I mean, if you're looking defensively, I don't really love a ton here. But even like balling on a budget, this is what I started the video with, and I kind of want to end it with. Dan Jackson is an absolute beast. Prysock is an absolute beast. Even if you don't have a ton of coins, this drop can definitely help you out. Offensive line, you can build a basically all-rival offensive line just from these budget-ish options on the game. So that's definitely something that you guys can think about. And even this tight end, for 66,000 coins, it is going to be tough to beat him, although Hunter Henry is in the game. So that's where I'm at with this drop, and kind of how you guys could be approaching it. For me, I'm in no rush to buy anything from this drop, although there are a lot of cards, and especially in Lovett and Branch, that are on my radar. That's going to wrap it up for my video. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.